Good evening, friends, followers, channel members. How are we all? Happy Monday. A brand new week is upon us. First flight of the week, and it's an all-French affair tonight. I looked on VATSIM, and for the first time in I can't remember how long, I saw that France actually had quite a lot of ATC tonight on VATSIM. I thought, well, I'm not going to pass up this opportunity because it doesn't happen too often. So, yes, vive la France. We are in Bordeaux and we're heading down to Marseille. I did, however, when I was setting up this flight, fail to check any sort of weather or anything like that. And it turns out, well, actually, it's a bit windy down in Marseille this evening. So, what started out in my mind as just a really nice, relaxing, sort of gentle start to the week on a Monday night could actually turn out to be something a little bit more interesting, much to the pleasure of you guys, I'm sure. So the operational flight plan obviously pinned into the chat. We'll have a look at that as per usual. But first of all, hope you've all had a great weekend. Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Hey, Nolex. First chat comment. You're taking this far too seriously, Nolex. Hey, Spurs. Good to see you again, Spurs. How's things? I know you're a busy guy, jet setting across the world anyway. So good to see you, Spurs. Christian Storm's here as well. Hey, Ace, Zara 2411, Andre, Fruitpack, great guys. Welcome on board. Thank you so much for joining us. Von McLean is here as well. Hey, Von, good to see you too. And Charlty also in the house. Hi, Charlty. Ian says ready for a stream that isn't a Horizon 787 for a change. Yeah, well, obviously, quite rightly too, gaining a lot of traction, that aircraft. Probably not going to see that on this channel, given it's the wrong aircraft. Don't know how to fly that thing. RSA Dulcie, good evening as well. Sims Sky, good to see you as well. And Von McLean also celebrating 26 months of channel membership, training captain level membership. Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much, Von. Really do appreciate your support over the last it's over 2 years now, isn't it? So thank you so much. Good evening, Colby. Hope you're doing well. Eastburg just sat across the canal, if that's the other side of the world. I hate it. Well, yeah, more or less. And a shout out to everybody else watching over on Twitch as well. Hey, Smarty Andrew, Holly and Josan, good to see you. Yeah, so operational flight plan. Let's just go through the usual rubbish, and then we'll sort out what fuel we want, and we'll get going. Now the flight tonight is only 50 minutes, so it's one of these that it's short, it's busy, which I've said before, I like these flights. There's lots to do. There's no sort of time to sit back and relax or anything like that, particularly when we've got VATSIM ATC as well. So we've got about 15 tons of payload. We're underloaded by about 2 tons, so that's fine. We've got a takeoff weight, which is below max landing weight to begin with. Might throw an extra ton on there. That'll just take us over. But again, that's all right by the time we've taken off and we've burnt off that fuel if we need to come back for whatever reason. The alternate tonight is Nice. I wonder what the winds are doing down there. Obviously, Marseille and Nice. Is it Nice? Yeah, it is Nice. Obviously, Marseille and Nice not too far away from each other. Constant 4, yeah, obviously. Call sign Alpine 463 Romeo. That's quite neat. That's okay, isn't it? Cruise flight level 340. Look at the tailwind. Nice. 50 or 40, 49 knot tailwind for us. That's pretty nice. Shear rate is pretty much non-existent, so that will keep the cabin crew happy. Expecting 23 departure, 13 right arrival. There you go. It's almost an old school flight. This is VOR to VOR, pretty much. We'll have a look at the charts for those departures and arrivals in a moment. So plug fuel is about 4.8 tons. That's all right. CNR's 2.2. Let's have a look. I don't think there's any. I don't think there's too much terrain to worry about. Is it? Allegra's got 8,200, so decompression more not a problem. Yeah. Now look at the winds here. So most of it is a headwind. I'm not going to lie. It shouldn't be too difficult. It should be fine. It's not like we've got a 20 knot crosswind or something stupid. But yeah, this always just bring your attention to it. You think, oh, we're probably not going to need too much of a flare. And ground speed mini is also going to be coming into play this evening. So that's our that's the weather. Got a ceiling 2,000 feet. Visibility is fine, and it's all Cat 1 stuff, even for any of the alternates as well. let's just have a look then at the forecast, see if it's going to get any worse. What's the date today? It's the 23rd. So yeah, look, here it is. Temperature gusting up to 40 knots. In fact, it is gusting 40 knots. That is quite windy. And then tomorrow, thunderstorms and rain in the morning. Well, anyone that happens to be in Marseille tomorrow morning, you might get wet. Nice is looking fine actually in terms of wind. They're not going to get it. Looks like overnight and into the early hours of tomorrow morning that could be a little bit windy, but again, that's not going to affect us. So that's alright. That's our flight route. A bit convoluted, but there you are. And there's the jet stream. Well, that is a strange flight route, isn't it? Well, never mind. And there's our alternates all scattered about as well. So yeah, short flight, short sweet. It's about 50 minutes, I think, the flight time. So what fuel are we going to take? Well, plug fuel was 4.8. If we take 5.5, we should be fine. No real reason why we shouldn't get in. Road King, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well, Road King. Thanks for joining us. So I'm going to tell ground crew to take 5.5 tons. Then we should be good. Let's have a look at the charts then. I don't actually know Marseille that well. I don't fly there too often. So. Yeah, Ace, France has restrictions on flights where the equivalent rail journey is under 3 hours. No rail transfer between Bordeaux and Marseille is less than 6 hours, so this route is safe. Yeah, obviously, I should have mentioned as well, we know that has sort of come into play now in France. So internal French flights, they've been scaled back for environmental reasons. But this flight is a real-world flight. In fact, it's that real world. It departed about an hour ago, so it's definitely taking place. Right, where are we? We're stand 4 tonight. We're actually using the same stand that real aircraft flew from as well. So yeah, stand 4. This is the airport. Well, it's not a massive airport, is it? So hopefully we won't get lost. Expecting runway 23 departure. A nice long runway, so that's good. And that's the departure that we're on. The what's it called? How do we pronounce it? Sauveterre. I probably just butchered the French language like I usually do, but the Sauveterre 5 Papa departure just straight out. There is a speed restriction, and our initial climb is flight level 70. Navigate, we've got Bravo Delta and NDB, which is on the approach path to our departing runway. So that's what we'll throw in. We can also pop in the Sauveterre VOR as well if we need to go into old school mode. So there we are. That's all nicely set up. An MSA 2100 tower or something is over there. Might see that actually. Whatever the heck that building happens to be. It's probably a church or something, isn't it? So there we are. That's pretty straightforward given the given what we've got in front of us. Okay, so next question. Have we got any ATC online? We do. Oh, now. It is Bordeaux Centre that we need. Yes, and pre-departure clearance I believe is also available. Should we might try that tonight. We don't get it too often, so we might try it. Anyway, before we do that, let's go find our jet, shall we? There she is. Someone has waved their magic wand this evening. So we've got we appear to have got floating cones. In fact, if you position the camera in the right place, it appears some pranksters placed a cone inside my number 2 engine. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. I've not seen that before, so I'm not quite sure why that is doing what it's doing, but never mind. I've got an osprey there as well. It's quite nice. Alright, let's get on board. So there we are. Right, well, now we're on board. We'll just check everything, then we'll get the ATIS. So, just check the overhead. It's all fine. We're on external power. Pumps are off, packs are off. Okay, nav logo lights, they are on. Spoiled flaps, parking brake, and acupressure. All good. Great stuff. Let us see then if we can get the ATIS. Sorry, I'm just loading the aircraft up because we'll tell them to start fueling up in a moment. Absolutely love that GSX to Fenix app when it's running in the background. Scheduled pushback time is in 41 minutes. Shall we see if we can beat that? Huzan, oh mate, thank you so much for your kind 249 super chat, our first super chat of the evening. Thank you so much. It says no membership button tonight, but you're enjoying his musical. I have no idea why that might be, Huzan, but thank you so much for your support. It really it really does mean a lot. Thank you for supporting us, Huzan, and great to have you here as well. Right, let's have a look at the 80s then. I'll grab a pen. 13115 and see what's happening. I love these textures at night, particularly when you've got like an outside light just shining into the cabin. I think it looks absolutely amazing. Right, see if we've got a voice 80s.
Bonsoir. This is Bordeaux Marignac Information India recorded at 1830 UTC. Landing runway 23, takeoff 23. Expected approach ILS. Expected departures 5 Alpha and 5 Papa. Transition level 60. Wind 230 degrees, 3 knots. Visibility 2000 meters. Clouds covered. Moderate thunderstorm rain. Temperature 2.13. QNH 1007. Confirm on initial contact that you have received information India.
Okay, light thunderstorm and rain. Well, looks like that hasn't hit us just yet, although I don't know, could be something over there perhaps. Really wish the weather radar worked. Something tells me we're going to have to wait until we get Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 before that works. But never mind, we got all the details we needed out of that, didn't we? So let's just carry on setting off. QNH is 1017, that's fine. Previous crew monitoring the guard, yeah, that's all right. Constraints on up here. Right, the initial climb as well, we said in the brief, is going to be 7,000, so get that set. Good. Now, they said pre-departure clearance was available for us as well, didn't they? So, shall we see if we can crack on with that? Before I do, I think I just need to go to AOC, just initiate the flight, and then we'll send that off and see if we can get that as well. Eastbird, you've got to go for dinner and Netflix. And Netflix. Surely you can watch us instead of Netflix. I'll not ask what it is that you're watching, Eastbirds. Right, let's do the ATC request and see if we can get pre-departure clearance out of here. So we're gate Delta 4, I believe it is. ATIS information, India, Type A320, and station ID is Lima Fox X-Ray X-Ray. Right, send that off and see if that comes through. Lovely. So let's crack on with the box. Hey Ascot, going off past experience, flight setup time will belong on the flight itself. It absolutely will tonight, Ascot, probably because we'll also brief the arrival, given how short the flight is. So, data page, IRS, 3.5 greens, yeah. Aircraft status, yeah, right cycle, right engines. Let's do the init. Ah, Peter ATCO, just in time indeed. We've just sent off the pre-departure clearance. Let's see if that comes back. Flight number, Alpine, what is it? 463 Romeo. Cost index of 4. Temperature 14. And the tropo, check that out. $36299. It's not a million miles away. Get the winds. I think we'll start boarding as well, actually. IRS in it, 44, 49, 7 north, 42, 0 west. Stand Delta 4, That's fine. Cruising altitude, what have we got? It's 34,000 feet, which seems quite high for the length of flight we've got tonight. We'll see if we actually make it up there or not. Not going to be up there for a while, that's for sure. Alright, so departing 2-3. Expect the South 5 Papa departure. And then into Marseille 1-3 right, Legra 1 Romeo. And I think it's the Zulus that they're using, so let's make sure we get the right one in there. 1-3 right. Legra 1 Romeo arrival. And the veer was, I think it was Rixie. Let's just grab a chart and find out. Yes, takes us to Rixie, and then we've got the approach from Rixie IF. There we are. Right, what is going on with boarding, or rather lack of boarding? Bear with me 1 second. Oh, I forgot to start GSX to Phoenix. Right, okay, well in that case we'll just do it the old manual way. Which means then I just need to go on here. It's a shame you can't start it when you're in the flight deck. You have to start that program before you get into the flight deck, otherwise it doesn't work. So yeah, we're going to take, what did I say, 5.5 tons of fuel. There we go. And do it instantly, otherwise it does interfere with GSX. There we are. Right, so that's 335 miles. I've got 336 miles there, perfect. Radnav page, get that set up. So the Bravo Delta NDB and the SAU VOR. Okay, so in it B, have we got a load sheet? Yes, looks like it. Paul, how do people ensure there's no air traffic control before taxiing? You was just checking VATSIM, but got caught out when got pinged at the whole plane. Look at your vPilot client. It'll usually tell you what is there, what is not there, etc. That's usually the way that I do it. Pre-departure clearance, received standby. What's the telex we've got there? I'm not able to provide pre-departure clearance. Oh, okay. So that's why we've not got it then. We've also not got our load sheet. So back to our OFP. So zero fuel weight is 59. Standard CFG. Alternate fuel, call that 1.2. And do the fuel planning. So we're going to take 5.5 tons. What's the box want? 4.8. So loads of spare fuel then. Okay, that gives us an extra 21 minutes of thinking time, etc. And a takeoff weight of 64.3.
Passenger's bus is coming.
Which even with that extra fuel is below max landing weight, so that's okay, we can forget about that. Right, still no load sheet come through, so in terms of the performance, whilst we're waiting for that load sheet, we can just be looking at the arrival stuff. So I can't do the V-speed. Transition altitude here is 5,000 feet. It's flaps 1, we can't do the flex obviously. Thrust reduction, acceleration, and the engine out procedure. Let's look at that then. So, runway 23 here at Bordeaux, yep. 1151 and, ooh, noise abatement 1, nice. So it's 1151. Acceleration is 3151. Engine out is 1151. Oh, it was that anyway, so leave that. Okay, we'll film the rest of that page when we've got a bit more information. Clean is 214, which we could pre-select if we wanted to save a bit of fuel, couldn't we? We could climb at green dot. Go on, we'll do that. Max speed is 220, but might as well save a bit. Right, in that case, let's have a look at the secondary flight plan and shove the engine out procedure in. So, Hussein, out of curiosity, why not using the performance calculator from the AP? I will be, Hussein, I will. I'm only using SimSmart to get the thrust reduction acceleration altitude, engine out acceleration altitude, the engine out procedure down here. I'm not bothered getting V1, V2 and all the takeoff performance calculations, because quite right in what you say, this is for the A320neo, so it wouldn't work for this aircraft. Right, so what we've got, this is standard, so that's fine. Lima Fox Bravo Delta, departure track is 224. It's a standard engine out procedure, so we'll just fly out 50 miles straight out of the runway heading, and then make a left turn to Dirac. Upon which we will take up the hold. Inbound course 325, left turn. And then from that hold at Dirac, we will then go back here. To arrive runway 23 where we've just departed from. No start. Is Dirac severe? Oh, there is one actually. Check that out, see what that looks like. Straight out, take up the hole, and there's the approach back in. Excellent, that looks fine. Right, oh, company message. Is that a load sheet? It is. It's a preliminary load sheet, but it'll do. So, accept that. Okay. So, what have we got? We've got a zero fuel weight of 59 points. I'm going to call that 59.1. Just because usually we always get an extra 100 kilograms thrown on for some reason recently. Come on, tablet, what are you doing? It's not wanting to work. Oh, Peter ADC, oh hi mate, thank you so much for your amazing continued support, saying it's customary to give cake in Denmark on one's birthday. That's a bit difficult by the internet, so his address is... Oh, Peter, is it your birthday? Seriously? Oh mate, congratulations. Or commiserations, depending on how you see it. People stop celebrating, don't they, when they get to a certain age? I think I'm about there. But if that's your birthday, that's amazing, mate. Fantastic. And thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that. That gives us a takeoff weight then of 63.7. Yes, sorry, I've just lost my train of thought now. So we're just updating this. We'll take off weight 64.4. There's a big difference there between what we've got there and what we've got there, so that's interesting. How much fuel are you throwing in? So takeoff CFG is 31.6. We've got a block fuel of 5.5 tons. Has that been loaded? It has. Alternate's correct. Takeoff CFG is 30.3. Okay, so why has it got a takeoff weight of 63.6 shown there? When in here I've got 64.4. Double check this. 59.1 rounded up. Yeah, 5.5 tons of fuel. I think this hasn't got the 5.5 tons of fuel thrown in it, has it? That's why. Okay, we're going to leave that. We'll do our takeoff calculations based on this 64.4. Let's try that out. So Peter, you turned 38 today, or 18 again if you ask my wife. I think all wives say the same about their about their other halves, don't they? Right, we'll go with wet figures, even though it's not actually raining, but the ATIS gave it as wet, so it could start raining any moment. Force toga, anti-ice, no, it was cab okay, wasn't it? Packs off, takeoff weight 644, and that CFG for takeoff is 30.3. Center key, correctly show correct route set for flyable steps like this. It might not be very complicated, but you just want to do it correctly. So I'm assuming you're wanting to, you almost want to put constraints there, I think. I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what you're getting at there. If you wanted to do sort of a step climb, in which case I can't show it at the moment, but you can just edit, you could just pop in constraints if you needed to hit those and then leave it in managed climbing. It will do that for you. Obviously if you're flying with air traffic control though, that's not usually the way around, because they're going to be a bit annoyed if you start climbing without their permission. Looks like we're taking off from Charlie. No, that's not right. Runway 23. Full length or Bravo? Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's going to be full length. Could we take off from Bravo? Could we? That makes it a very short departure. What would that give us? Oh. Should we go full length? Right, 134, 145, 147. Flex of 68. Okay, good. Box is all set up. Right, it's set up for the departure. I'm now going to get ahead of the game and look at setting up a little bit for our arrival. As I say, it's a short flight, so we're going to grab some information here as well. So for the departure, that's done. For the arrival, let's just fill in a little bit. So QNH based on what we've got at the moment. We'll have to keep an eye on this and maybe update it, but for the majority, this will all be set. Temperature is 22. Wind is currently 13016.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
We'll just leave that as is for the time being. That is Cat 1 stuff, so go ahead and pop the minimums in there for that now, which is we can use missed approach, climb gradient of 3%, so it's going to be 258 for us. If we lose an engine, we'll add 100 feet to the barrow.
100 above. Minimum.
Oh! Okay, that was very nice. Right. Let's contact the controller then and see if we can actually get that clearance. So, Bordeaux Centre 1251.
Direct Amérique, enfin, je vais être 42 Charlie, merci.
Bordeaux Centre, good evening, Alpine 463, Romeo on the ground in Bordeaux, stand Delta 4, Type A320 requesting IFR clearance as filed Marseille, and we have information India.
Alpine 463 Romeo, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir. Information Juliet is current. You are clear for Marseille via Soft Air 5 Papa departure, runway 23. Climb initially flight level 70, squawk 1000.
Cleared via departure, runway 23, Soft Air 5 Papa departure. Initial climb, flight level 70 and squawk 1000, and we will copy information Juliet, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Alpine 463 Romeo, readback is correct.
Beautiful. Okay. So let's brief. Quick one then, really, with the weather. Winds 230 at 3. You've got 2 kilometers visibility, cab okay. Light thunderstorms and light rain in the vicinity. Doesn't seem to be hitting us at the moment, so that's fine. Weather en route is fine. We've got a nice tailwind pushing us down there. Weather for our arrival is just a little bit windy, a bit blustery. It's gusting as well, up to 25 knots at the moment. But it is still cab okay, so Cat 1 conditions is fine. Aircraft Type A320, only thing in the tech log is the weather radar not working. Sadly, would have been good tonight. No NOTAMs that we need to concern ourselves with for the departure. Threats to be aware of for our departure. Nothing again really too much here. It's a straightforward airport. Don't get lost here and end up missing the turn to Alpha. Terrain around, there's not really that much terrain around Bordeaux either. It's nice and flat. So let's talk about the taxi and where we're going to be going. So we're stand Delta 4, push back. They'll probably tell us taxi either on the whiskey all the way around. They'll get us onto either Sierra or Papa at some point. Alpha is full length departure, departure which is straight out, noise abatement 1. We've got a max speed restriction of 220 knots in there. We'll leave it in managed speed, and we've pre-selected green dot just for fuel efficiency reasons. MSA as we go is 2,100 feet, and first turn will be to the left. Can we do a single engine taxi? Yeah, we probably could, to be honest. Yeah, we'll single engine taxi this, keep us on our toes. It's plenty. Taxi is plenty long enough. Okay, so that's the departure. Now I just want a quick look at the arrival, see what's going to catch us out here. So a bit of a threat on the arrival is the terrain just as we are coming down on the later one Romeo. We say it's a threat, but obviously it's quite interesting seeing this terrain here, and then we've got altitudes we've got to be below. Let's not get too low below them, obviously. And then we're coming in via Rixie, so we know on this part we've got lots of terrain beneath us. Coming in via Rixie. After Rixie, we will expect sort of straight in to the waypoint. Has it actually got a name, this waypoint? We've got Marzet, and then it'll just be this waypoint here for 13 right, which is India 13 Romeo Zulu, and then have a quick look for some of the arrival stuff. Comes in to Zebra, straight in. Runway elevation is 8, so we're pretty much sea level for that. It's a normal 3-degree approach, and anything interesting with the runway. If I can find the right chart that I need. So, yeah, 3-degree approach, 45 meters wide. That's fine. So, just wanted a quick overview of what the airport was like and things like that as we're coming in. And I already said as well, as it stands, our minimums are going to be 258. Alright, so we can touch back up on that later once we are airborne, but until then, I think we're just about all boarded and all ready to go. Let's get that APU sorted. Five and a half tons are loaded. Hello?
Hi, Captain. Everyone's on board.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
That seemed to take a while for the flat to open then, didn't it? Final load sheet, I think, has also just come through. So let's just check it. There we go. Takeoff weight 64.4. Did we plan 64.3? We might have done. In which case, we just need to revisit those figures. Oh no, 64.4. That's fine. And a CFG of 30.1. We did it for 30.3. Ah, perfect. No LMCs. That is grand. Means we don't have to muck about with anything. So, whilst the APU starts up, let's make a quick PA to everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight tonight from Bordeaux to Marseille. We'll be cruising tonight at 34,000 feet. We don't appear to have any departure delay. Should have a normal taxi time. We're not very busy tonight on the apron. Departure weather is looking good as well, so we should have a nice straight out departure with no en route delays for you. If you can get yourselves into your seats, the seatbelt sign will be coming on shortly and the cabin will start preparing the aircraft for takeoff and we'll get pushed back as soon as possible. Thank you. Right. Job done there. APU is available, so let's get these off, or rather get these on. External power can now come off. APU is powering the aircraft. Get a bit of APU bleed going as well. And just want to check we've got balanced fuel there. That's fine. Alright, so our cockpit preparation checklist then. Aircraft acceptance has been completed. Fuel quantity is 5.5 tons bound. Seatbelt signs are on. And a DS3 now green bar. QNH is 1007, 170 feet. Has in the real world, would you turn on the seatbelt signs and the smoking signs before boarding? Smoking signs, yes. Seatbelt signs, no, if you are refueling with passengers getting in. So now refueling is completed, seatbelt signs can go on. You don't want passengers seatbelted into their seats whilst you're refueling, just in case. There are some airports though that do not allow you to refuel with passengers on, so I guess in those situations then yeah, that might as well come on and stay on. Right, I think we're ready to go. Let's get pushback sorted. Whilst I'm waiting for the crew to sort themselves out, we'll just touch upon the engine out procedure once more. So the emergency brief, if we lose the engine after VA1, we're committed to take off, get the aircraft into the air. 12.5 degrees pitch, standard technique, and then following SRS, confirm of an engine failure once we are above 400 feet. Shut down the engine once we are at engine out acceleration altitude 1,700 feet. We can push the level off, accelerate away, and then it's left turn to direct hold, where we will hold 3,000 feet, which is 900 feet above MSA, so nice and safe.
Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir, direct LATEC.
Direct LATEC, Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo, thanks.
At Bordeaux Control Alpine 463 Romeo at Bordeaux, stand Delta 4, we're ready for push and start.
Alpine 463 Romeo, please set squawk 1000.
Oh, apologies, squawking 1000 feet now, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Alpine 463 Romeo, thank you. Push and start approved. Face west, QNH 1007.
Push and start approved, facing west, QNH 1007 for Alpine 463 Romeo.
Ryanair 2004, crest descent.
Ryanair 2004, descent, flight level 300.
And before start
Descent
checklist,
300,
parking brake is on,
2004.
takeoff data has been confirmed, windows are closed, EFB is on flight mode, doors closed and armed, beacon light is on.
Release parking brake.
And parking brakes released.
Starting push. All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Notable steering is disconnected, paranoia check, APU bleed is on, start the timer, engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine 1. Has
Virgin 978, contact
says-
Paris 128.1, au revoir.
apparently
One two-
EasyJet
over to 128
also retract
decimal
gear
one.
after
Sorry for the
flaps.
Virgin 907.
No, gear's definitely the first thing to go up.
Et pour information, 71 Charlie Mike, on reste toujours avec vous.
So Santa King, yeah, you would always climb as air traffic control, tell you to.
Vous pouvez rester encore avec moi pendant 2 minutes, sauf si vous voulez vraiment me quitter.
Ah non, non, ça moi je suis bien avec vous, pas de problème.
Who's hand? This is just stock graphics, no reshade or anything like that.
Cabin crew, armed doors and cross check.
Hey Aviator, hey Jacqueline Geller,
Ryanair
Goofy.
56 Rep Bravo, are you able to climb flight level 370 for separation?
Ifrin, we are able to 370, Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo.
Ryanair 56 Rep Bravo, climb flight level 370, thank you.
Climb flight level 370, Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo.
Why are you pushing me? Should we finish there before you push me on the grass, please?
Please set parking brake.
Air
An
France
awful pushback.
65 Mike Zulu, vous êtes
Parking
autorisé
brake
pour
set.
une arrivée Narac 7 novembre.
Hey DC.
Voilà, arrivé Narac 7 novembre, Air France 65 Mike Zulu.
Simon, if you're high in profile, would you use open descent? Yes. And wind your speed up.
11, push and start approved, facing west, QNH 1007.
Push to approve, facing west.
Engine 1's good.
Chinook phase 11.
Ryanair 2004, expect 2,500 feet to be leveled by Bravo Hotel 271. Continue descent, flight level 100.
Roger, so continue descent 170, Ryanair 2004.
Ryanair 2004, flight level 100.
Roger, 100, Ryanair 2004.
Bypass Barmont.
French Baguette 42 Charlie, autorisé pour une arrivée Narac 7 novembre.
On prévoit la Narac 7 novembre pour le French Baguette 42 Charlie.
Bordeaux Control, FSLTL 1, we are now reading the system to continue everything and have a good day, right?
NATO 501, thanks for flying, have a nice evening, au revoir.
Au revoir,
Air France 7 Unité Charlie Mike, contactez Marseille 124,65, au revoir.
So just wait for her to get out of the way and then we can request our
Merci pour
taxi.
le service.
Air France 12 Golf Papa, direct Colomb.
Okay, she's good.
We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down,
Air France 12 Golf Papa.
and seatbelt fastened.
We'll just see if the Air France replies before we request our taxi. Might as well do a flight control check then.
Avoiding 13 Whiskey
left.
Charlie, climb flight level 370.
Full right. Neutral.
Flight level
Full up.
370, Volotea 13.
Full down. Neutral.
Beeline
Rudder.
3731,
Full right.
leaving Barry Space, military
Full left.
income 12.8, over.
Neutral.
Unicom, 12.8. Merci beaucoup, passez une bonne soirée.
Alpine 463 Romeo is ready for taxi.
Alpine 463 Romeo, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 23 via Echo 5, Sierra and Papa. Report ready for departure.
Echo 5 Sierra Papa, hold Alpha 1 Alpine 463 Romeo. Right, where are we going?
Air France 12 Golf Papa, are you with me?
Where the hell's Echo 5? Ah, there we go. Echo 5.
Bordeaux
onto
control, Air
Sierra.
France 12 Golf
Okay, first
Papa.
left, and then
Air
follow
France
it
12 Golf
around
Papa, direct Cologne.
onto Papa.
Direct Cologne, Air France 12 Golf Papa. Sorry, I had an issue with the radio.
Volotea 13 Whiskey Charlie, contact Marseille 124.65, au revoir.
Marseille 124.65, Volotea 13 Whiskey Charlie, au revoir, bonne soirée.
Osprey 495 in Bordeaux, stand Delta 2, request to settle.
Osprey 495, do you have, according to the Airbus 320, Easyjet taxiing from right to left, push at start approved facing west, QNH 1008.
After traffic, left to right, push to start approved, QNH 1008, facing west, Osprey 495.
Osprey 495, confirm right to left and QNH 1007.
Right to left, traffic right to left, and QNH 1007, Osprey 495.
Okay, so our turn is just here,
Bordeaux control, Golf Alpha 1 Bravo, ready for taxi.
which is good because that plane in front of me is freaking me out.
Golf Alpha 1 Bravo, taxi holding point Alpha, backtrack runway 27 and report ready for departure.
Just let me know when you're ready to go, and I'll
Taxi
get
Alpha 1.27 will report ready for departure.
Okay, will do.
Golf Alpha 1 Bravo.
Was that a Jet 2 aircraft? Yeah, that was doing some very strange things there. Woodcut, yeah, I keep meaning to just jump in the sim and try and calibrate those null zones, try and get rid of that flight control issue. Hey James, good evening. When I make the right hand turn in a moment onto Papa, we'll start engine number 2. Steve, how do you get face south, north, etc. on the pushback? If you use custom GSX profiles that have been set up by really, really hard-working people in the flight sim community and uploaded them to
Air France
flightsim.to.
65, Mike Zulu, prévoyez le niveau 180 sur Nara, karaté prêt à descendre.
On prévoit le 180 sur Nara qui est en
Sim Sky Skim, so I've got rudder pedals, Thrustmaster TPR rudder pedals.
French Baguette 42 Charlie, montée niveau unité 90.
And then
On monte au 190, French Baguette 42 Charlie.
I've got the twist axes on my
Air France 12 Golf
Thrustmaster
Papa,
side stick
contact
for the
Marseille
timber.
124.65, au revoir.
124.65, take over service, bye-bye.
Okay, let's get the other engine started then. So engine mode selected to ignition, starting engine number 2. Hey Andrew, good to see you as well, mate. Glad you could catch us live.
I'm not ready for taxi.
Tariq, good evening.
Fenix A320, taxi holding point Alpha, runway 23 via Echo 4, Sierra and Papa. Report ready for departure.
Taxi holding point Alpha 2, runway 23 via Whiskey 4, Foxtrot, Sierra and Papa, and contact when ready for departure. Channel exit 11.
Bordeaux Control, Golf Alpha 1 Bravo, runway 27, ready for departure.
Golf Alpha 1 Bravo, after departure, climb runway heading to 600 feet, then proceed direct Usoda, wind 270 degrees, 10 knots, runway 27, clear for takeoff.
So I'm just monitoring engine number 2 at the
Climb
moment.
600 feet direct to Usta, runway 27, Golf Alpha 1 Bravo.
There we go. Engine mode selected to normal. That can come off.
Tom Jet 7 Tango Delta, you are leaving my space. Monitor Unicom 122.8, over.
122.8, Tom Jet 7 Tango Delta, bye-bye.
Okay, quick peds check. No change to our performance. We've got wet figures because we thought it was going to rain full length. Runway 23. No LMCs. Engine out procedure is standard. Straight out 1700 feet, left turn Dirac, hold 3000. Departure is South 5 Papa. First turn to the left.
Alpha,
Speed restraint.
Echo 5, Sierra and Papa.
Pre-selected 214. It's noise abatement 1 departure and our stop climb 7000.
Alpha via Echo 3, Sierra Papa, and we'll report ready. Osprey 495.
Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo requesting 5 minutes away.
You sound the cabin crew is self-loading cargo.
Report back.
Welcome.
Cabin crew seats for takeoff. Taxi checklist, flight controls check, flap setting is config 1 FMA. Climbing up blue 1 FD2 7000. Blue radar and predictive wind shear are on ECAM memo.
Bordeaux Control, bonsoir, en France, allez 8472, climbing flight level 200, climbing to flight level 350 inbound Logan.
France Soleil 8472, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir, squawk 5674.
Come on.
5674 for France Soleil 8472.
I'm not going to hurry up and tell them that I want to go because I've still got to wait another minute or so and I've still got the cabin crew not yet ready. Hey Jewish farmer, I'm doing well, thanks, hope you're doing well too. There we go, now we're ready. Right, can't go anywhere yet for another 30 seconds.
Ryanair 2004, descend 2,500 feet, QNH 1005.
2,500 feet in QNH 1015.
Right, by the time I land up on the runway, 3 minutes will have passed. So. And Bordeaux Centre Alpine 463 Romeo, holding Alpha 1.
Alpine 463 Romeo, line up runway 23, wind 210 degrees 5 knots, clear for takeoff.
Clear takeoff runway 23, Alpine 463 Romeo. DC, has QNH changed? I didn't hear an alert from ATC. It could have done though. He's sent. Had it been like a tower control or ground control, they'd have said.
Golf Alpha 1 Bravo identified. Climb
alert! Everyone, just be aware QNH has changed. If it's gone up, that's fine. Was it come down to? Ah, right, okay, that does make a difference. Alpine 463 Romeo, can we have a QNH check, please?
Alpine 463 Romeo, QNH 1007.
1007, thank you. Okay, cool. It's not
Marseille
changed.
8472 identified.
Take
Direct
off.
VATSIM.
Start chrono.
Direct Yasmin, France Soleil 847.
Cabin secure, take off runway 23, full length, TCAS CRA, pass 1 2. 50% set.
165 Mike Zulu, descendez niveau
Set. Take off
unité
us.
80.
Man flex SRS runway.
On descend unité 80, Air France 65 Mike Zulu.
Fenix A320 ready for departure.
Fenix A320 from Alpha, line up runway 23 and wait.
100 knots.
Line up runner 23 and wait, Fenix A320.
V1.
Bordeaux Centre, Easyjet 2830, bonsoir.
Alpine 2830, Bordeaux Contrôle, bonsoir, direct sèche. Direct sèche.
Positive climb, gear up. Nav.
And Ryanair 5 X-ray Bravo is back.
Welcome back.
Does look a bit murky ahead of us, doesn't it? Thrust climb, SRS.
Chanex 811, wind 210 degrees, 5 knots, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, Fenix A320.
I'm going to presume that Chanex isn't going to the same place I am, because that was never...
Alpine 463 Romeo identified, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Alpine 463 Romeo. Climb and 330 blue. It does actually look like a big cloud of rain over there, so you can see it actually falling ahead of us there.
French Baguette 0 Foxtrot Golf, Bordeaux Contrôle, bonsoir, identifié.
Osprey 495 holding short Alpha.
Okay, manage speed,
Osprey 495
flaps,
from
0,
Alpha, land up runway
spoilers
23 and
disarmed.
wait.
Line up runway 23, Osprey 495.
Alpine 463 Romeo, direct Levga.
Direct to Levga for an Alpine 463 Romeo.
Fenix A320 passing flight level 25.
Chanex 811 identified, climb flight level 190.
190, Fenix A320.
Woodcut, imagine if we still can't get the radar MX off FlightSim 24. Oh God, I hope not. I really hope not. Should be able to get it then, surely. Cabin crew released.
Bordeaux, bonsoir, Paradigm 34 Yankee Alpha, flight level 2702, take off.
Line 34 Yankee Alpha, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir.
So PSV, that
Proceed
selected
direct to
speed that
Mike
you
Echo
saw there was
November.
just because I pre-selected the speed for the climb out
Direct to Mike Echo
in the box
November.
there, so we
Paradigm
climbed at
34
green
Yankee
dot speed because of the speed constraint. You don't have to do it. I could just leave it in managed speed and we could have flown away
Osprey
and it would have held me at 220 knots,
495, wind
which was the constraint just there, but
210
then
degrees, 5 knots, runway 23, clear for takeoff.
our green dot speed was 214. I thought we'll just climb at green dot, it's the most efficient.
Ladies and gentlemen, please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is...
Chanex 811, proceed direct Mike Echo November.
Direct Mike Echo November, Fenix A320.
This includes eSIM-RAMs. In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available.
There's Bordeaux Airport down there where we've just left.
Your in-flight brochure.
Does look like a bit of rain in the air actually now. Maybe it is raining down there.
We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies.
Seems to ask him, you use the middle mouse button
Baguette 0 Foxtrot Golf, autorisé pour une arrivée
voice control.
Afrique 7 novembre.
Autorisé, arrivée Afrique 7 novembre.
Right, 10,000
Golf
feet.
Alpha 1 Bravo, leaving Mare Space, monitor Unicom 1 to the decimal 8, over.
Only Unicom Golf Alpha 1 Bravo, connect.
Ryanair 2004, radar vectors for ILS Zulu approach runway 27, maintain present heading.
So we'll clear the cost index out, clear the radar page out, and secretary flight plan. Copy that so we get rid of the engine out procedure.
Bordeaux,
There we go.
bonsoir, Portugal 459 with you, flight level 245, direct to Arkip.
Air Portugal 459er, Bordeaux control, bonsoir, climb flight level 350.
Climbing 350, Portugal 459.
Hands off, seatbelt sign. You are now free to move around the cabin. However, for your safety, we do recommend that you remain seated with your belt fastened at all times during the flight. Thank you.
Air Portugal 459er, direct Uruna.
So what's our actual cruise altitude tonight?
Can you repeat the direct
340.
please for
We cleared up to
Portugal
3.3.
459?
Portugal 459er, direct Uruna.
Uvuna, Portugal 459.
Managed to avoid the clouds as well, didn't we? So anti-ice not required. So Woodcote 83, yeah, if we can't get Maxwell flights, can't get weather radar on flights in 2024, I don't know enough about it. You have to speak to a coder. Maybe someone on the fly-by-wire team who knows more than I do. But Azobo were very protective over the weather engines, weren't they? In that they weren't going to allow any mods for weather and things. Certainly not textures and stuff. You can have weather mods that inject weather into the simulator, but not changing the clouds and stuff like that. I don't know if that's anything to do with it, just wanting to keep control of it or not. But not having a proper weather radar is the real biggest thing lacking at the moment.
Alpine 2830, autorisé pour une arrivée Mirba, unité Lima.
Pedro, not good weather in Marseille. I know, and I swear I didn't know this until I started the flight. I decided, let's fly there, there's loads of ATC, that would be brilliant. And then I saw the weather and I'm like, oh.
Ryanair 2004, they are okay to detect ILS 27.
Ryanair 2004, not yet.
Roger.
So we're going to be landing on runway 13 right.
And Ryanair 2004, turn left heading 300, clear for less approach runway 27, report established.
Left 300 and clear left 27, report established, Ryanair 2004.
I just want to check. 13 right.
Alpine 2830.
Oh, it is uphill, that helps. Uphill.
Alpine 2830.
And a really strong headwind, so we should slow down quite quickly. Hey Lee Rose, good evening to you. So stick with us guys, as I say, it's not the longest flight in the world, we should be there in 45 minutes.
Osprey 495 identified, climb flight level 330.
Climb flight level 330, Osprey 495.
PSV curious if the fly-by-wire team will release their A380 before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. They might release at the same time, who knows?
Descendez niveau unité 50.
On descend niveau 150, Air France 155 kg.
They're meant to be interchangeable though, aren't they? Any mods with Flight Sim 2024 should work out the box with 2020, sorry, 2020 should work out the box with 2024.
Baguette 42 Charlie, dès que prêt, descendez niveau unité 50.
Hussein, you shouldn't you shouldn't have to buy everything again. All your add-ons will still work.
Bonsoir, Bordeaux, student 5745 on decline reaching.
We're really going to have to pay attention as well with the descent and energy management getting in to Marseille. With a 45 knot tailwind, we're not going to hang around.
On vous rappelle pour quitter le 190 Air France 50 quart de Charlie.
Radar, good evening. It's Gay Line 45 Whiskey, flight level 160. Clear on course to Tango Bravo Oscar, and we're standing by for descent.
Air Student 5745, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir, climb flight level 330.
330, student 5745.
We are on line 45 Whiskey, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir. Expect ILS Zulu approach runway 20. Descend flight level 100.
KLM 45 Whiskey, copied. We expect ILS Zulu.
The sky looks very bright tonight. Is there a moon knocking about somewhere?
Oh,
there it is.
That's
why.
In the Russian.
Ryanair 2004, Roger. Wind 270 degrees 10 knots. Runway 27, clear to land.
27 clear to land, Ryanair 2004.
Did anybody see that video from a few days ago? It was at.
F57 Tango Novembre, Bordeaux Control, bonsoir.
I think it was at Stansted Airport. And a catering truck just drove straight into the side of a Ryanair pilot who turned at the last minute for the gate. And they just slammed into each other. Oh, brilliant. What an absolute mess. That's a few £1 million worth of damage.
Baguette 0 Foxtrot Golf, descendez niveau 150.
So who got fired? The catering truck driver or the first officer for not yelling at the taxi pilot to stop?
Descendez niveau 150.
I'll see if I can find it and put it on our Discord server.
Marseille 8472 requesting Mach 88, decimal 81 for cruise speed.
Marseille 8472, no speed restriction.
Peter, yep, that was the talk of the Copenhagen Control Tower. I bet it was. The thing is, this catering truck driver, I mean, if you've seen the video,
French Baguette 0 Foxtrot
he must have been doing 30 miles an hour, at
French
least.
Baguette 0 Foxtrot Golf, contactez Toulouse 129 décimal 300, au revoir.
It was a ridiculous speed. I don't drive that fast down our street. Say stream, perhaps it was the trailer for the new airport sim game.
Line 45 Whiskey, descend 3,000 feet, QNH 1.
People playing that game would probably drive more responsibly.
Continue descend down to 3,000.
It really was just a head in hands moment.
Auto control Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo, flight level 371.
Back here, she recently watched a video of a pilot driving his wing into a lamppost. I know which video you're on about there, Bacchus, yes. I've seen that one.
5675 Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo.
Can you imagine the feeling of the stomach of that pilot when that happened?
Jackson 100, request flight level 250.
Honest for the win, thank you for the sub, appreciate that.
Chanex 811, climb flight level 250.
Simon, how do you know if the climb is unrestricted or restricted by air traffic control? If air traffic control are on, you basically do as they say. If there's no air traffic control on, then you're free to do as you will. As long as you're sticking to the chart, of course. I think we're about to head through a thin layer of cloud. SAT is at -40, so I think we can get away without the anti-ice. It was interesting, that video as well, of the plane wing slapping into the lamppost, because you saw that when he took the lamppost down, the lamppost collapsed.
Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo, clear for Limoges, 1 Lima arrival.
The whole
Clear for Limoges 1 Lima arrival.
the whole aircraft kind of just jerked to the left as it hit it. Defiance Home
And
says,
Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo.
during his time in the Navy, we had a pilot hit the water monitor on top of a fire truck when they turned to taxi back after a high-powered run-ups. It's got to be a real, oh, hell moment, or words to that effect. Right, well, as the visibility outside's just dropped, let's quickly just grab a en route weather. We'll have a look at what's happening in Toulouse.
French Baguette 42 Charlie, on libère 190 vers 150.
French Baguette 42 Charlie, merci. Vous pouvez contacter Toulouse 129,300, au revoir.
Avec Toulouse 129.3, French Baguette 42 Charlie, merci, bonne soirée.
French Baguette, you don't hear that in real life. I don't know, it's not a real life call sign, that is it?
Alpine 2830, prévoyez le niveau 70 sur Libru, rappelez prêt à descendre.
I hope that call wasn't for me.
Prévoyons 070 sur Libru et rappelons
Well,
prêt à descendre.
the box is playing up again, I can't get en route weathers. Okay. Guys, do you want to do me a favour? Can anyone send me the weather through for Bordeaux, please? And then could anybody send me the latest weather through for Marseille as well? I'm going to have to report this to Phoenix, unless somebody already has, because I don't know why we're not getting the weather
Border
data.
control, runway 27 in official dedicated runway.
I think, is that still a problem with the
2004, welcome to
issue
La
that we used to
Rochelle,
have?
taxi to gate 3.
Peter, have you posted it in the
Runway
pilot?
204.
Excellent. So everyone can see that now. Defiant Zombie, you were in maintenance control when that happened. Stunned silence as the radio was keyed. Second. SS David, how do you fix the ATC standby or something similar? Yeah, I know which one you mean. Make sure that this little dial here is turned from standby to auto. Okay, so we're nearly at our top of climb.
J-Line 45 Whiskey from Tarbes. You are clear for ILS Zulu approach runway 20. Report established.
Right, thank you for the latest meta. Let's get that in.
Zulu 20, vehicle, J-Line 45 Whiskey.
QNH is still 1009. Winds 15014. Bit more of a crosswind.
Et 2830, nous sommes prêts pour la descente.
Alpine 2830, descendez niveau 70.
Descendons 070 2830.
Broken 3300, broken 4100, broken 13,000. Temperature is 22 degrees, that's warm. QNH 1009. Tomo, will it be an ILS approach? It will indeed. So we'll just get to top of climb.
Sure, hello,
Couple of quick checks. And then we're briefing quickly for the way down. We've done quite a bit of it, so we're familiar with where we are and what we're doing.
Easy to 8 Foxtrot Delta,
I've lost
no
my pen.
worries, identify, direct Lerga.
SS Davids, can't you check the meta on the electronic flight bag? You can for your arrival airport, but not for any of your alternates.
Thank you. I hope you enjoy your drink.
Right, well if they're going to hold it at flight level 330, that makes sense to me, but let's just pop that
Fire
in
line
here.
34 Yankee Alpha, expect flight level 200 to be leveled by Mike Echo November, report 24 descent.
Flight level 200 via Mike Echo November descending now.
And then in the fixes page,
Airline 34 Yankee
platform altitude's 4,000 feet.
Right, 200, we are Viking 3 and we're ready to leave.
Ryanair 2004, frequency change
So we'll
approved.
get a
Thanks for
radius
flying
ring
to
there
La
of 12
Rochelle.
miles
Have a
around
nice
it to help
evening,
with our
Noah.
descent planning.
Thank you very much for your merci énormément du contrôle. Je souhaite une bonne fin de soirée et j'aimerais savoir si vous serez disponible.
Hey, no, Spikes off VATSIM. Thanks for being here on the
je vais fermer d'ici une vingtaine de minutes, donc négatif.
Mark, have you just broken my aircraft?
Oui, merci de m'avoir contrôlé à La Rochelle.
Merci à vous d'être passé, au revoir.
Ah, no,
Ryanair 4 Victor
out of stock.
Romeo, expect 5,000 feet to be leveled by Wagner, reported for descent.
Expect 5,000 feet to be leveled by Wagner. Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo.
Right, quick fuel check then. Make sure we're all working.
Alpine 2830, prévoyez l'approche ILS piste 23.
So what did we take extra? We took 5, 6, 7, about 700 kilograms extra, plus the contingency 200. So
Alpine 2830, c'est approuvé. Prévoyez l'approche RNP piste 23 via la transition libre.
Prévoyons RNP 23.
So we should have about 3.5 tons. What we got? Just over 3.5 tons.
Et du coup, Alpine 2830, vous êtes autorisé à descendre 3000 pieds QNH 1007 via la transition et rappelé établi sur la RNP.
Eh bien, descendons 3000 pieds et rappellerons établi sur RNP 23 23.
That looks like a lot less fuel in the left engine than the right, to say the APU wasn't running that long. Matches up though, fuel on board to fuel used, so we've not got fuel
Control,
leak.
sorry, was that clearance to descend for Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo a few minutes ago?
Fine. Nothing up there out of the ordinary either. Okay then, quick brief for the arrivals. So we have got winds 15014, so probably going to feel that as we're coming in a little bit from the right. We're going to break out the clouds about 3,300 feet. It's 22 degrees, QNH 1009. Winds could become gusting from 100, which would be more of a crosswind from the left, actually.
Approach. If you are ready, you can descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1007.
Descend 5,000 feet.
Nothing's broke on the aircraft, no notes to the arrival, threats to be aware of. We spoke already about the terrain. We've got a little bit of wind with a few gusts coming in as well, so we're aware of that. Let's just have a look. MSA as we're coming in is 3,500 feet. Let's get the right chart up. And then the only other thing I want to do now is I want to just quickly check that the chart that I've got is matching with the box waypoint, so check the coding is correct.
Air France 57 Tango Novembre, descendez
So starting at Legra, Latam,
On descend niveau 200, Air France 57 Tango Novembre.
Ardeg, Osogox and Rixie, yep, they're fine. Then after Rixie we should have, let's see.
Air France 57 Tango Novembre, contactez Marseille 124,65, au revoir.
Avec Marseille sur 124,65, Air France 57 Tango Novembre, merci, une bonne soirée.
Right, the coding's not
Ryanair 4 Victor Romeo,
here.
expect ILS approach, runway 23.
Expect ILS approach,
So
runway
which
23 for
chart
Ryanair 4
should
Victor
we
Romeo.
have? Conventional approach.
Chanex 811, descent flight level 200.
Oh, that's the one we wanted.
Descend to flight level 200, Channel.
I'm assuming it's the conventional approach and not the RNAV approach. It could be either, to be fair.
And Chanex 811, direct Frejorg, Fox Juliet Romeo.
That's the chart for the coding we've got in the box, which we'll use unless we're told otherwise.
Osprey 495, direct Fox Juliet Romeo. Expect flight level 200 to be leveled by Fox Juliet Romeo. Report 24 descent.
Direct Fox Juliet Romeo. And
Alright, let's go through the box then quickly. We've got about 20 miles or so before top of descent. So we're expecting ILS approach runway 13 right. Coding is all correct and checked. I've got a 12-mile radius ring around the airport. 4,000 feet there. That'll be monitored, used on the navigation display to get up to get down to 4,000 feet. Radnav page. We can pop in the AVN in there actually. So that's Avignon VOR, that's on. And we've also got Marseille NDB, which we can pop in as well in case we have to fly that in anger. Progress page is filled out. Performance page is filled out.
Alpine 463 Romeo, clear for Lerga 1 Delta arrival.
Clear for the Lerga 1 Delta arrival for Alpine 463 Romeo. Okay, we've just had a slight approach change. So, Lerga 1 Delta arrival. What's that? Lerga 1 Delta.
And Alpine 463 Romeo, the QFU just changed at Marseille, so expect a Lerga 1 Romeo arrival.
I will expect the Lerga 1 Romeo Alpine 463 Romeo. Okay, so that brings us in still via Lerga to Doliv. Which has that now changed the
Bravo Yankee 4230, leaving Marseille, monitor Unicom onto the decimal 8, over.
128 Alpha 4230.
Well, that's interesting. So, which arrival is it? To be fair, that might be Novia then. So, insert that, see what this looks like. Oh, we can't do that until I've come out of nav mode. They've left this change late. Lerga 1 Romeo arrival, come on. Lerga 1 Romeo. Novia. Insert. And nav. Back to nav mode and Lerga. Right, well, best request descent. This is where my PM will be shoveling through the charts. And Alpine 463 Romeo, request descent.
Alpine 463 Romeo, descend flight level 280, correction 290.
Descend flight level 290, Alpine 463 Romeo. Okay, thrust idle up descent 290.
Alpine 463 Romeo, contact Marseille 124.65, over.
12465 Alpine 463 Romeo, good night.
And 45 with you.
We want that speed up to get back down on profile.
Thank you very much, have a good night.
This just got
J-Line
exciting.
45 Whiskey, thanks for flying to Tarbes, have a nice evening, over.
Still not briefed the chart.
0 et le direct Talar. Niveau 70, direct Talar, Air France Whiskey Novembre.
Marseille, good evening. Alpine 463 Romeo is now direct LATAM on Lerga 1 Romeo, passing 310 for flight level 290.
Alpine 463 Romeo, bonsoir, you're identified, continue descend, flight level 150.
Continue descent flight level 150, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Thanks, 2 Alpha November.
Thrust level descent 150 blue. Right, let me just check this new arrival. Takes us to Doliv. And then, what arrival we got from Doliv? Is it Doliv direct to Zebra? Because it ain't that chart.
The station calling for clearance to Orly or position.
So the last waypoint I've got in that box.
Hotel.
Sorry, 50 Yankee, you have your clearance on request.
Box.
Perfect.
Zebra. Zebra's the last waypoint we've got.
Je pense que vous devoir clairer le vent de 041 et puis
Oh, it says expect 3-1 left, not 1-3 right anymore. Really?
C'est sûr.
Not according to ATIS. ATIS has got 1-3 right.
One at a time, advice 3 Victor Papa 10 right heading 350 vector.
They might have changed in real life, but they've not changed on VATSIM. But we will check, because I still want to know where we can expect to go after Zebra.
350 Victor Papa.
And Slovak 603, bonsoir, you identified a descent at level 130.
Right, we're back on profiles, so I'm putting back to manage
you clear on the Bordeaux 7 Romeo arrival.
Bordeaux 7 Romeo arrival and descending fly level 130, Sluggerman 003.
India Delta Alpha Delta November via Alpha 1 cross, runway 04 left after crossing, continue, holding point Whiskey 3, runway 04 right.
First runway 04 left via Alpha 1 and continue to holding point runway 04 right, Whiskey 3, India Delta November.
And Marseille Control Alpine 463 runway, just confirm, expecting runway 13 right, and do we expect vectors in after Zebra waypoint?
Alpine 463 Romeo, so you can expect the ILS to approach 13 right, a firm, and I will vector you out in.
Would you expect vectors ILS runway 13 right? Thank you, Alpine 463 Romeo. Right, that's all I needed to know.
Got a 259er descent flight level 140, and you cleared on the Kate 7 Romeo arrival.
This is exact level 140, 7 Romeo, 259.
It's stuff like that where it's very easy now to let the jet get ahead of me, because
040 degrees 6 knots, runway
I'm trying to get a new
right,
chart, I'm trying to check the coding, I'm obviously also trying to monitor where the jet is.
La porte 50 alpha, bonne soirée. Slovak 003, set squawk 5613.
But as long as we've got what we need here, basically, we get
Control Air France
vectors
0000, are we good to switch to Unicom?
000, you are
So
the city master now, Unicom 1228, bye-bye.
122, decimal difference, 0000, thanks for your control, bye.
I just need
Griffin
to check
104
something. We've
to
not
Unicom
got Delta in
1228,
there,
bye-bye.
we've got Romeo. Come on, box.
One shot, Sweden.
Oh, sorry, we are doing Romeo. We are doing Romeo. That's what he wants us to do. Why have I got the wrong chart?
45, select level 330 inbound. Let us go.
Sweden 5745, bonsoir, you identified, clear on the Lerga 1 Romeo arrival. Expect the ILS runway 13 right.
Expecting arrival 1 Romeo, runway 13 right, Sweden 5745.
Advice 3 Victor Papa, descent level 70.
70, advice 3 Victor Papa.
So next 2 Alpha November.
Avignon. And then Zebra as well, which is
63 Foxtrot Victor, you can protect ground 121 decimal niner, bye-bye.
121
Air France 57 Tango Novembre, la transition Rixi Sud pour l'ILS 13 gauche et descendez niveau 80.
we're also slightly below the profile as well, which is good because that gives me time to slow down. I haven't had a chance to talk about how we're going to fly the approach now this has changed. So my plan will be, I want to be green dot before we hit Zebra, flaps 1 at Zebra,
156,
and then
initially
it's going to be flaps 2 with the glide.
330 initially for what's this 156, thank you.
5,000 feet, France 12 Golf Papa.
France 12 Golf Papa, cleared RNP 16 approach.
Clear the RNP 16 approach, France 12 Golf Papa.
Delta Alpha Delta November, identified, continue climb flight level 100.
Continue climb level 100, India Delta November.
Good day, 259, turn left heading 270, vectors for the RNP Zulu approach, runway 04 left. Air France 35 Whisky Novembre, la transition Talar 3 Sierra, ILS 17 gauche.
Talar 3 Sierra, ILS 17 gauche, Air France 35 Whisky Novembre.
I've not done a landing
checklist. 811 on frequency.
Landing calculation.
Yeah, Chinese 81, ready
it's
to
3.5
try to
kilometers
contact
long,
you before.
so given how light we are,
Yeah, no problem, Fenix A320, you
Flaps
are
3 is
cleared
gonna
on
be
the
fine.
Fox Juliet Romeo 1 Lima arrival and expect the ALS runway 13 right.
Which gives us about 141, that'll help us with the wind as well.
And expect ILS 13 right, Chinese
Professor San, I'm doing all right
and
now.
Fenix 811,
bit of a moment where we were
150.
150, Chinese 811.
getting a bit flustered with a change in
Consoleil
arrival.
8472 en
And
fréquence.
it's not the clearest of the charts. And there's so many different arrivals in this, and it's not made clear which one we're actually
Thank you,
using.
Consoleil
It wasn't.
8472 identified.
So,
Boarding
Allegro 1
72
Romeo
Foxtrot
finishes
X-ray
at Avignon.
descent flight level 310 with a rate of
Is that which
descent of
arrival
1,000
is it?
feet per minute or greater.
I believe it is going to be this one now. Avignon, Mazat, and Zebra.
And What Express 156, continue
Not
climb level
that one.
390.
390, thank you for Express 156.
And advice 3 Victor Papa, descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH. In Lyon, sorry, 1007.
1007, descend 3,000 feet, advice 33 Papa, Victor Papa.
Come on, we're definitely not landing 1-3 left. No chance. I'm not that good.
Et Marseille contre bon, bonsoir, d'Alpine 578 Echo.
Et il y aura un peu d'eau d'attente, je vous rappelle. Consoleil 330 Yankee, I'm going to send you the clearance by text. No need to reply, just report ready at the holding point, runway 05.
Report ready at the holding point 05, Consoleil 330 Yankee, thank you.
Marseille, bonsoir, Farland 34 Yankee Alpha.
Fine 3-4 Yankee Alpha, bonsoir, you're identified, and descent flight level 150.
Descent flight level 150, Farland 34 Yankee Alpha.
Marseille, good afternoon, no space 495, flight level 200, inbound,
Hello.
Juliet Romeo.
Hi, Captain. Would you like a drink?
Osprey 495, bonsoir, identified, descent level 150, the Foxtrot Juliet Romeo 1 Lima arrival for the ALS, runway 13 right.
Mark, the approach charts look daunting. They're not that bad.
Like advice 3 Victor Papa, left and direct, XMEP, cleared ALS, approach runway 17 left.
Left direct, XMAP, clear ALS approach, advice 3 Victor Papa.
Pedro in Copenhagen, Castro planes landing every 30 seconds. Yeah, they're good at what they do, aren't they, Peter?
Lock. Descent flight level 180 for Sweden 5745.
180, Sweden 5745.
Air France 98, Papa Mike, on demande 5 minutes de stand-by, s'il vous plaît.
C'est bon, vous pouvez y aller. Bike Qatari 259er, descent flight level 70. Slovak 003, descend flight level 110 and turn right heading 180.
Descending flight log 110 and right heading, say again the heading, slog Garmin 003.
Right, 17,000 feet, let passengers know what's happening.
Right heading 180, slog Garmin 003.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're on a descent into Marseille now. We should be arriving in about 15 minutes or so. So you can get yourselves seated, seatbelt signs will be going on very shortly and the cabin will start preparing for landing. Thank you, I'll speak to you again soon.
Merci. And what Express 156 for the climb, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
122.8, thank you for your service, doing a great job. Hello, Express 156.
Air France 35 Alpha Novembre, bon, ça plus comme ça, direct ECMEP, descend d'altitude 3000 pieds, autorisé ILS.
Guys, leave politics out of the chat, otherwise we have to say goodbye to you.
Alors, ECMEP 3000 pieds, on autorise ILS 17 gauche, France 35, Whisky Novembre.
Air France 57 Tango November, decent altitude 4,000
hey, Adi.
feet. The QNH in Marseille is 1009.
Laura Mia, don't worry about it. Always worth checking.
4000 pieds et le QNH.
QNH 1009. Right,
QNH 1009, pardon.
India Delta Alpha Delta November for the plan Unicom 1228. Bye bye.
We can expect further descent in a moment.
Delta November. Bye bye.
Slovakia Government 003, turn right heading 220.
We're right on profile here at 51150.
Putting 2 Foxtrot X-ray radar service terminated. Unicom 122
further
decimal 8.
descent in a
Bye bye.
minute.
Select 811, descend flight level 100.
Flight level 100, Chinese 811.
Is that an aircraft?
Alpine 463, descend flight level 80. Are you able to join the RIC-C transition?
Descend flight level 80 and stand by RIC-C transition for Alpine 463
Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa, on risque d'être proche avec le Air France.
Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa, vous avez 9 nautiques actuellement, donc si vous réduisez, ça devrait passer. Enfin, si vous maintenez votre vitesse, pardon, il est plus rapide que vous, il n'y a pas de souci.
Perfect, thank you, Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa.
Where the hell does that take us?
Marseille Control, good evening.
By the
248 with you at 410 inbound 40. We had to deviate a little due to weather.
248, bonsoir, no problem. When clear of weather, direct Berlin.
Direct Berlin, switch to 48.
Slovakia 003, descend flight level 70.
Descending flight level 70, Slovakia government 00.
And Alpine 463 Romeo is now being RIC-C and will continue next to Avignon for Alpine 463 Romeo.
Alpine 463 Romeo, perfect. Yes, you can press direct to... Actually, it will make it easier. Direct to Zebra.
Direct to Zebra for Alpine 463 Romeo.
Qatari 259, descent altitude 4,000 feet. The QNH in Nice 1012.
That puts us nicely below the profile again, so that's fine. Okay, seatbelt signs coming on.
QNH 1012.
We'll start to mind the speed back as well as we get closer now to 10,000
279
feet.
Papa Tango, contact Bordeaux 125, decimal 1, bye bye.
Air France 98, Papa Mike pour descendre.
Air France 98, Papa Mike. Vous êtes où exactement? Ah pardon, bah ça sera sur Unicom 228, au revoir.
Unicom 228, merci, au revoir.
MSFS Fahrenheit 34 Yankee Alpha.
Flying 34 Yankee Alpha, descend flight level 80.
Hey, Hawk Gaming, I'm very well, thank you.
And in Montpellier,
very
you
busy
can
flight.
expect a
Lots of little changes, but we're good.
Expecting descending flight level 080 and expecting runway 12 left and requesting a VOR Zulu for the 12 left.
And flying 4 Yankee Alpha, that's approved, you can expect.
Temperature looks good as well, dropping through the clouds, so I think it's okay.
And into next 811, so you're cleared on the Lipsu South transition for the ALS, Zulu 113 right.
Cleared on the Lipsu transition for ALS 13 right, Chinese 811.
And Sweden 5.
Back ears, fun. Misunderstanding. Let's move that on.
X0, Sweden 5745.
Let's see if we can land.
Tango Novembre, autorisé ILS Zulu 30
Okay, 10,000 feet, landing lights on.
Et pour pousser l'atterrissage, le vent du 154 nœuds, piste 13 droite, autorisé atterrissage.
On prend les Zulu 13 droite, on autorise atterrissage à France 57, Tango Novembre, pas de soucis.
And Alpine 4463 Romeo, descent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH is 1012.
Descend altitude 4,000, QNH 1012 for Alpine 463 Romeo. That's higher than we planned.
Romeo, apologies, the QNH is 1009.
I thought it had changed drastically. 1009 Alpine 463 Romeo.
Sweden 5745, you're cleared on the RIC-C South transition, expect the ALS Zulu, runway 13 right.
RIC-C transition, expecting ILS Zulu 13 right, Sweden 5745.
4,000 blue.
0310 right heading
Approach checklist bar QNH
vectors for the
1009.
RNP
Signal signs are
approach
on.
runway
Minimums
04 left.
258.
Right, heading to
Auto
70
brake.
degrees and vectors for RNP Zulu 04 right, Sluggerman
And our
003.
EFB is stowed.
To confirm it's 04 left.
04 left, Sluggerman 003.
And Osprey 495 descend flight level
Okay,
8
so we
0.
want to be 4,000 feet around about where those rings had set our path, so that will do. Actually, just put it 9,000 feet VS. Sorry, 900 feet. Yes.
Easy 328 Foxtrot Delta, bonjour, you're identified, cleared on the Nisar 7 Romeo, arrival.
Nisar 7 Romeo, just a correction for yourself, is Easy 28 Foxtrot Delta.
Like Air France 35 Whiskey November.
Okay, approach phase is activated.
Pardon, 35 Whiskey Novembre, le vent à Lyon du 180 pour 4 nœuds, piste 17 gauche, autorisé atterrissage.
Let's just quickly look at the go around.
Atterrissage 17 gauche, Air France 35
I
Whiskey
did have
Novembre.
a sneaky peek before, so
And I'll take
I've
control,
briefed it myself, but let's just brief it for you. So it's straight out, and then at 2,000 feet, a right-hand turn, not before 4.5 miles from the ILS DME. Max speed 185, so that's going to be flaps 1, and continuing to climb 4,000.
Good evening, with a Trimac Alpha at Nice, gate 5 for Charlie, request
Alpine 2, good evening.
information.
And standby. Following 34 Yankee Alpha, so on, if you turn right heading 170, you clear the OR Zulu approach runway 12 left.
Right heading 170, cleared your approach 12 left.
Busy night, isn't it?
So next 811,
Cabin crew, prepare for landing.
continue descend flight level 80.
Flight level 80, Chenix 811.
Flight level 833 Sierra Yankee, ready for departure.
Flight 833 Sierra Yankee.
If you haven't jacked the flight tonight, it's been rather busy, but
wind is 090
please
degrees,
do leave a
13 knots,
like.
runway 05, cleared for takeoff.
35 clear takeoff, flight 833 Sierra Yankee. Marseille Control, bonsoir, top 658 Victor Golf at Nice, 320, stand 46 Charlie, requested up to Geneva.
there we go, dropped out of the cloud base now, so
you are
there's our
number 3 for
airport.
clearance. I'll call you back when I have time.
Roger, no problem.
Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa, full established ILS 17 left.
Thank you, continue approach to number 2.
Continue
Start
approach number
slowing
2,
down, green
Edelweiss 3
dot.
Victor Papa.
La France 45 Golf Hotel, fin du service radar, Unicum 22-8, au revoir. Air France 45 Golf Hotel, Unicum 1228, bye bye.
Sorry, Air France 45 Golf Hotel, Unicum 1.8, au revoir.
Echo Romeo Oscar, request to descend.
Echo Romeo Oscar, descend level 230.
Descend level 230, sur Echo Romeo Oscar, thank you.
35 Whiskey Novembre, contactez le sol 121 825, au revoir.
Avec le sol en bord, Whiskey Novembre, merci, bonne soirée.
Et Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa, wind is now 100 degrees 4 knots, runway 17
Yes,
left.
300.
17 left, get to land, Edelweiss 3 Papa.
Should be clear for the ILS approach.
Alpine 463 Romeo via Zebra, you're cleared, ILS Zulu approach runway 13 right.
Clear ILS approach runway 13 right, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Next
When a plan comes
811,
together.
descend altitude 5,000 feet, QNH 1009er.
Descend to 5,000 feet, QNH 1009, Chenix 811.
Osprey 495, maintain level 80, you're cleared on the Lipsu south transition, expect the ILS Zulu runway 13 right.
Maintain flight level 80, clear for the Lipsu transition for the ILS 13 right of 345.
Marseille 259er right turn.
And 12 Alpha at Nice, we are fully ready.
Okay, all station in Nice, I'll just finish with the wave of arrivals and then I'll clear you all one by one. Qatari 259er direct to Lampu, and via Lampu you cleared on the RNP Zulu approach runway
Okay, so
04 left.
ILS is identified, Mike Charlie Echo. Lock Star, Glide Slope Blue, Catherine 2, Autopilot 1 and 2.
Go back 003, descend altitude 4,000 feet, the QNH in Nice 1012.
Flaps 1, speed check, Flaps 1.
Descending altitude 4,000 feet on QNH 1012, Sluggerman 003.
Oscillate 33 Sierra Yankee identified, continue climb level 320.
Speed 190.
Level 320, contact 33 Sierra Yankee.
And Sweden 5745, decent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1009er.
Looks like a decent wind at the minute, doesn't it?
Block. Sweden 5745, decent altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 1009er.
1009, 4,000 feet, Sweden 5745.
Hey Bird, am I going to do across the pond? No, afraid not. Takes place at a weekend, so I'm usually busy with family. Glide slope, star, misapproach altitude 4,000 feet set.
3 Romeo. Wind in Marseille is now 150 degrees, 14 knots, one way 13 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 13 right, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Top 279 Papa Tango, request
Nice early clearance for landing.
79 Papa Tango, Unicom 1228, bye bye.
Unicom 1228, merci pour service, 79 Papa Tango.
Edelweiss Street, Victor Papa making go around.
Victor Papa, roger, climb on or heading altitude 5,000 feet.
Heading altitude 5,000
Speed 180, flaps 2, speeds checked.
Select 811, decent, so proceed direct to Olibo.
Direct to Olibo, Chinese 801.
Let's play 4905, left turn, direct to Mike Tango Golf.
Left there, direct to Mike Tango Golf.
Cabin crew seats for landing.
Sweden 5745, and via Zebra, you are clear on the ILS Zulu approach, runway 13 right.
Via Zebra, cleared ILS approach, runway 13 right, Sweden 5745.
And fly, far line 34 Yankee Alpha, wind is 160 degrees, 12 knots, runway 12 left, clear to land.
Let's land runway 12 left, power line.
Josh, I won't be doing an auto land. We're not set up for auto land, mate. This is going to be a manual landing.
RNP Zulu approach runway 04 left.
There, Lampu and clear 04 left, Sluggerman 003.
Qatari 259er, wind is 320 degrees, 5 knots, runway 04 left.
Couldn't do an auto land, the weather's too good.
Zulu Echo Romeo,
the ILS protected zones wouldn't be protected.
122.8, ciao, grazie.
Good evening, Alpine 54.
Just a reminder if you need to go around.
Alpine 54 Echo Juliet, good evening, Carry 7
straight
Romeo,
out,
arrival,
2,000 feet, but another 4.5 miles ILS DME.
Carry
Right
7
onto
Romeo, arrival for RP
4,000.
Left.
Alpine 28 Foxtrot Delta.
Josh the Gamer, you always put both autopilots on the
amp.
approach, just for redundancy in case one fails. Right, let's manage the speed. Gear down. Spoilers armed. Lights on.
Easy 28 Foxtrot Delta, get Nizar 7 Romeo, descend at level 140.
Fleet Nizar 7 Romeo, descend for 140, E28 Foxtrot Romeo.
That's correct.
Flaps 3. Landing checklist. Cabin secured. Go around altitude is 4,000 feet. Set ECA memo landing no blue.
Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa, turn left heading 3, correction heading 010.
So landing on the right runway, the shorter of the two.
010, Edelweiss 3 Victor Papa.
Phoenix 811, maintain speed 250 knots or greater.
Maintain 250 knots or greater, Chinese 801.
Oscillate 32 Sierra Yankee, direct Mike Tango Lima. Oscillate 33 Sierra Yankee, direct Mike Tango Lima.
Mike Tango
Right,
Lima.
let's see if this wind behaves, shall we? Autopilot off, I have control.
And, okay, in the order of people waiting for clearance in Nice, I believe number 1 was Top Swiss 58 Victor Golf.
Actually, I was number 3 for the clearance, Top Swiss 58 Victor Golf.
Okay, so who was the first one to call?
QCAS on the radio.
Super 347. I don't know if we were first, but we've got our clearance, we just need to push.
Okay, Spirit 347, then that's perfect. Push and start approved, facing to the east.
Push and approved, facing the east, Spirit 347. Thanks.
Marseille, Alpine 54, Echo Juliet to be ready for descent.
0.54 Echo Juliet descent flight level 140.
3 lights. It's just.
Down 140 FS4 Echo Juliet.
Just that. There we go. That's better. Follow the pappies. 500 feet stable.
Sweden 5745.
Wish this runway was lit up a little bit more.
12 right.
Thank you, Sweden 5745, continue approach, and you are number 2.
Continue number 2.
Minimum.
Continue.
And top Swiss, sorry, Alpine 578 Echo, have your clearance when you're ready.
Et Alpine 578 Echo, comme ça côté.
Alpine 578 Echo, le départ pour Bordeaux, Turil 7 Alpha, 04 droite, niveau 100 initial, transpondeur 1000.
Ooh, we had a
Turil 7
bit
Alpha,
of a wind gust there, just as that touched down.
Et niveau initial 100 et on est prêt.
Surprised the passengers weren't screaming, but we're safe.
Eh bien, le repoussage et la mise en route face au sud approuvé.
Supposed to play for screen. Why is only one going? There we go.
Et top Swiss 58 to go.
Manual brakes.
Of course. Ready when you are. This one, 580 Golf.
Yamaha 7 Alpha, runway 04 right, initial climb 130, score 1000.
Yamaha 7 Alpha 04 right, initial climb level 130, 1000, 580 Golf.
You took off back correct, push inside approved, facing south.
Right, where's my
Thank you, push back to the approved, facing south, subsea 580 Golf.
There we go.
Alpine 463 Romeo, vacate left one able, and contact ground 121 decimal 9er, bye-bye.
Left and over to ground, thank you for the service, Alpine 463 Romeo, good night.
Good night.
Marseille, control, Yankee Alpha,
Thank you, Alpine 34 Yankee Alpha, you can taxi to your stand, bye-bye.
Back to stand by,
Marseille 2020, Easy 2020, good evening.
Easy 2020, bonjour, le vent, sorry, wind in Lyon is now viable 1 knot from way 17 left, clear for takeoff.
On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your Easyjet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or Easyjet.
Marseille ground, good evening, Alpine 463 Romeo with you, holding Echo 7.
Alpine 463 Romeo, Provence ground, bonsoir, welcome to Marseille. From Echo 7, cross runway 13 left, then left on Charlie.
Cross runway 13 left and take left on Charlie, Alpine 463 Romeo.
Ryanair 8 Mike Hotel, contact Marseille Control on 124.650, bye-bye.
We'll definitely look at the replay of that then, see what it, see what that looked like. There was a little gust there. Okay, he's coming in behind us on the other runway, so that's fine. Tristan, the cabin announcements come from self-loading cargo. If you are on your way out, not sticking around for the replay, then if you could do us a huge favour, hit the like as you vacate the aircraft out onto the tarmac. That would be wonderful. But yeah, definitely want to see the that landing again.
Ryanair 8 Mike Hotel, roger check.
Ryanair 8 Mike Hotel, ready 5.
Thank you, we're holding short of Echo 2.
Ryanair 8 Mike Hotel, contact Marseille Control 124.650. Have a lovely flight, bye-bye.
12465 and apologize, 8 Mike Hotel, bye-bye.
No problem, salut.
Right, left on Charlie.
FedEx
Now where are we going?
1234 from Delta 2 cross runway 13 left. Then contact Marseille Control on 124.650. Bye-bye.
From Delta 2 we'll cross runway 13 left to Echo 2 and we'll contact Marseille Control. Merci beaucoup et bonne soirée.
Andrew Wilson, good evening, mate.
Alpine 463 Romeo, continue taxi on Charlie, then left Golf 3 for stand 47 Echo.
Continue then left on Golf 3, stand 47 Echo for Alpine 463 Romeo. I know you're all sticking around for the replay, I want to see that as well, but let's get parked up. I don't like just disappearing once we've landed because it's not fair to the controllers who are here. They do a good job, they do a great job. If it weren't for them, it wouldn't be anywhere near as realistic as it is. So we'll park up, then we'll check that out. Fluke next flight. The next flight details will be posted on our Discord server. If you want to join that and check that out. I'm not sure if there's an up-to-date link on Twitch actually for our Discord server. There is on YouTube if you want to hop across there and find it. Right, so I'm not going to turn the engines off just because we're going to do a replay in a moment, but that's 3 minutes, so we could single engine taxi our way in from here if we wanted to. Let's go 4.
Bonsoir, Crown. Sweden 5745, runway 13 right, vacated, requesting a stand 81.
Sweden 5745, Provence ground. Bonsoir, welcome to Marseille. From Echo 7, cross runway 13 left, then left on Charlie.
From Echo 7, cross 13 left, and then Charlie, Sweden 5745.
Right, 47 Echo, so that is... So this is a very strange way to go in, but here we are. Are the loaders in the right place?
Marseille ground speed 3152, stand 6, Charlie.
So I've never done one like this before, so 47 Echo here, we'd find it here, and then it's spin the nose round to the right.
2152, Provence ground, bonsoir. Information Juliet is correct. You're clear to Heathrow. Via the HREC 6 Sierra departure, runway 13 right. Initial climb, flight level 70 and squawk 5604. Clear to Heathrow via the HREC 6 Sierra departure, runway 13 right. Initial climb, flight level 70, squawk 5604.
Bit too much pressure on the brake there.
Speedbird 2152, read back correct?
Bonsoir, Provence ground. This is Air France 037, stand Charlie 6. Request clearance to Toulouse. Air France 037.
Air France 037, you're number 1 for clearance, standby. Break, Sweden 5745, continue taxi on Charlie, then right on Golf 1, then Lima 4 for stand 81.
Charlie, Golf 1, Lima 4 to stand 81, Sweden
Job done.
5745.
Okay, parking brakes on, and we would cut engines, but we're going to do the replay. So let me just come off VATSIM then for a moment. There we are. It would be great in GSX if you could select whether or not you need a pushback tug or not on when you're customizing parking stands, because obviously this is now a self-maneuvering stand. We wouldn't push back from this, we'd just sort of taxi straight out, wouldn't we? But I don't think that is an option yet in GSX. Anyway, let's find out what this what happened with the replay. So let me just what's just broken? Side stick, don't care now. Let me just disconnect off there. Job done, and let's see if the replay app's going to work this evening. Barry, good night, mate. Barry, I'm so sorry, I didn't know you were there. I must have missed you. But thanks for being here, Barry. Always great to see you. Let me just get rid of self-loading cargo as well, because I don't want to listen to those passengers screaming for the next 20 seconds or so. So I'll get rid of that. And play.
Speed, speed, speed.
There we go. To make it ultra realistic as well, nighttime landing. Let's get rid of the cabin lights, and let's see whether it looked as blustery from the passenger perspective as it did ours. Because we definitely caught a gust, didn't we, as we were just about to touch down. Bremen Tech, have you ever been in any of the motion simulators? Indeed I have, yes. Oh, good evening, old novice pilot. Thought you were watching Disney Plus. Did throw me a bit not having the runway centerline lights there. I mean, it was okay because we'd seen the we got the edge lights, we got the pappies, that was enough. Right, let's see what happened here. Yeah, we did. We caught a gust from the right, which just lifted our left wing up a little bit, I think, as we touched down. It wasn't the smoothest landing, I'll give it that. What was the FPM? I'm going to call that. Well, it might even have been in the 400 territory. See what the other side looked like. We'll be able to see this wing lift up, I reckon. Even more so if it was daytime. I think we need to see that from outside, don't you? Moonlit night approach. Let's see what happened. Do you know what? I know exactly what happened there. I lifted the nose up. See that? Either I lifted the nose up or the wind did it to us. We even briefed as well right at the very start that we didn't need too much in terms of flare because we got quite a strong wind down the runway. And then, there. Yeah, instead of coming down, the attitude of the aircraft was pitched up too much. Well, thankfully it wasn't a 321, so tail strike wasn't going to happen. But that little gust just meant that we bounced a touch as well. But never mind. We got down and we were safe, I guess. That's all that matters. So guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed our stream this evening. First one of the week, and hopefully many more to come. As always though, our streams are advertised on our Discord server. So please do come and join that if you're not already on there. Hopefully we'll get quite a few streams in this week, but as per usual, can't promise because, well, life is always hectic. Oh, and next week's it's school holidays, so God knows what's going to happen next week. That could be absolute chaos as per usual. But guys, thanks so much for watching, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So many of you on Twitch tonight as well. That has been great to see. Thank you so much for that. Really do appreciate it. So until our next stream, guys, I look forward to seeing you all on the next one. Until then, I will leave you with this replay. Good night, guys. See you all and speak to you all on Discord as well very soon. Bye-bye.